Hello, cooperating teachers. Thanks so much for taking the time to watch this screencast. We're going to be doing things a little bit different this year in Education 380, the practicum for current teaching techniques. We are not going to be sending out a folder. As you can tell, we're moving a little bit more electronic, so this is going to be a screencast introducing you to the class and explaining everything that you should need to know. This course is titled Education 380, Practicum in Current Teaching Techniques. So I wanted to introduce myself as well as some of the other supervisors who you may be working with. You could see any of these people here coming into your classroom to observe our teacher candidate. As I said, my name is Jenny Carr. I'm the director of this course, so if you need anything at all, feel free to contact me via email. And I'm the one who sent you the screencast, so you have my email. You also could be working with Dr. Rebecca Harris, Mr. Bill Pollard, or Miss Karen Weaver. Each candidate in this course has a supervisor, so one of the four of us will be coming in to observe and work with our teacher candidates. During the first week of our course, we will be coming in to just check in with the student, see how they're doing, as well as find out where your classroom is, understand a little bit more about the school, and we don't need to talk with you during this time necessarily unless you would like to talk with us. We know you're so busy teaching, so we'll just kind of do a drop-in touch base with the student, and then we'll be checking out. Some key dates that you may want to take note of. This course does take place from January the 5th to the 23rd. There are a few little other things that we wanted to make sure you are aware of. On January the 5th, our students have a course orientation from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. This is the time most of the students will be learning about the course. They will likely be out to your schools sometime mid-morning, depending on how long the orientation takes, as well as how long their commute will be. All of our students are required to be with you during school days, work days, and in-service days. So they should be right there with you experiencing the whole thing. We do have Wednesday seminars on the 7th, 14th, and 21st. However, these are from 4:30 to 5:30, so none of our candidates should need to leave early. They should be able to make it back to Bridgewater by 4:30. One last note, on the 23rd, some of our students, not all, may need to attend the student teaching seminar. This is from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m., again at Bridgewater College. Some of the students, because of the way the course works, this course is right before our student teaching experience, so there's no opportunity for the orientation, so they will need to leave early on that final day. But again, this doesn't apply to all students, and each student will let you know whether this applies to them or not. So getting into a little bit more about this class, this is a highly participatory experience. This is not an observation-based experience. We want our students to be fully engaged all the time. They're getting ready to do their student teaching for most of them in just a few days or weeks. So it's really important that they have as much experience as possible. So, you know, we want them to have some experience seeing you teach whole group, or maybe they can have the experience teaching whole group, co-teaching, or small groups. Anything that they can do to assist you and to get a good experience with you and your students. So moving into some of the requirements for this course, each of our teacher candidates are required to complete two teaching experiences with you based on your curriculum, and so they should be talking to you the first few days about when they could start scheduling their teaching experiences. Again, they have to do a minimum of 2 whole group lessons. We ask that you, as the cooperating teacher, complete the formative observation tool, which you will have access to via the web, and I'll show you how to get there at the end of all of this information. We also ask that you sign off on the timesheet for the student at the end of the experience. Both of these forms, the two of the formative observation and the timesheet need to be submitted by the student. So we ask that you give them those forms electronically, and then the student will submit them for you. The last form that we're going to ask that you complete is the summative assessment. This will be completed at the end of the experience. Unlike the previous forms, which were had candidate submissions, this is a web-based submission, so we're using Google Forms, and you will complete this here at the end. So as promised, at the end of this screencast, I wanted to show you how to access the forms electronically. You can go to the Bridgewater website, www.bridgewater.edu. The fastest way, honestly, to get to the education page is for you to type in /education. This is going to take you to the teacher education site. You're going to be looking for forms. So on the left-hand side, we have all of these options here, and you're going to select forms. The forms that we use are the same forms for student teaching. They're the same forms that the Mid-Valley Consortium uses, so they should look familiar to you if you've had other student teachers from JMU, Mary Baldwin, or EMU. So you can scroll down, and the forms that you'll need are in the middle of the page. The first form is the formative assessment. So if you select that, it looks just like this. Okay, and you can fill this out here. If you're not comfortable filling this out via PDF, your student does have a Word version if you would prefer that option. You can just let them know ahead of time, and he or she can gain access to that form for you. The next form that you would need access to is the summative assessment form. Again, as I mentioned previously, we are using Google Forms for this option, so this may look a little different to you than what you have used in the past. This is just a drop-in, so you can fill out all of this information as you go along. Of course, we do ask that you select the appropriate categories here: interterm and 3-week practicum. So you can go ahead through and fill all of this out, and that is how you access all of the forms. The final form that you'll need is the timesheet, which your student has access to, and he or she will be able to give that to you throughout the experience. Finally, I just wanted to say thanks so much for sticking with me for this brief screencast on the 380 practicum. If you have any questions at all, you can contact me. As I said, I'm the course director. My email is indicated here. You can reach me via phone or Twitter. Thanks so much again, and we look forward to working with you. We certainly couldn't do this without each of you. Thanks.